Our next controversial moment.
Oh.
There's no way. There is no way.
Just when you thought it was safe, JoJo Siwa has returned to cringe up the place once again. And folks, where were we? Where did I last leave off when discussing this train wreck? Oh yeah, we were discussing her new look and one of her new ridiculous looking outfits. You see, they're trying to promote JoJo Siwa to a more adult crowd nowadays. But they're sending conflicting, confusing messages. Because even though she's singing adult lyrics, even though she's on stage like dry humping people, taking shots of vodka, making out with backup dancers, even though she's on stage doing all of this sexual grown stuff, she's still dressed like an overgrown toddler. Like she literally looks like, and this is on purpose, they literally copied her new look from Rainbow Bright, the child's toy. Now, how does that not send a confusing message? And you have to remember, this is not like Lady Gaga or some type of an adult star that has always appealed to adults. No, this is a child star that is supposedly making the transition into an adult star, but it's obvious that they're still trying to promote her to little kids, even though she has more adult-like content now. You know, if you're trying to appeal to adults, you usually, don't dress up like a 6-year-old's plaything. But that's what JoJo Siwa looks like. She looks like a freaking toddler running around stage, bedazzled, with freaking rhinestones glued to her face, with the Rainbow Bright outfit, and now the latest outfit is even more outrageous. And we talked about that in my last video on this topic. But now her new look, after being criticized for her last look, her new look is she's attaching teddy bears to herself. She's literally going out and performing with teddy bears in her hair, teddy bears strapped to her body and her chest, and she's calling them teddy bears. And she literally looks like a walking, talking character from a theme park. Like a child's character from a theme park. You know, most adults would look at someone with teddy bears strapped to their chest and teddy bears in their hair, and you think of, that's childish, right? That's the first thing you think of is, oh, that's kind of childish. You know, and when you think of JoJo Siwa, yeah, okay, she's a kid star. I get why she has the teddy bears in her hair. And then you see her go on stage, start taking shots, and start rubbing on her crotch and making out with people and doing a bunch of, weird things. It really makes you wonder, like, what message are you really trying to send? Because like I laid out in my last video, it's obvious to me that they're still trying to appeal to little kids, regardless if they say so or not. But they're also trying their hardest to pander to the LGBTQIA plus 2SLA community. And I know you may think I'm joking, but I think that is the right name. I don't know, they add new numbers and letters every day. No sane person can keep up with it. But they're obviously trying to pander to the gay community, but I don't think the gay community is really having it. I've seen so many reactions from people online who are like upset that she's at Pride. They're upset that they're attending these Pride events and they're expecting a real artist, and they're getting JoJo Siwa in her new phase where she still looks like the same child JoJo Siwa, but now she's pretending to be a raging lesbian and doing all of this weird stuff. So even the gay community is rejecting it. They're rejecting it so much so that at one of her recent shows at a Pride festival, JoJo Siwa literally gets booed off stage. Now, when I say booed off stage, they didn't like boo her and throw tomatoes at her and she ran away. But she literally stopped her performance and started cussing at people in the crowd, spazzing out because people were booing her. because it turns out that most regular people aren't really entertained by this JoJo Siwa nonsense. They're cringed out. They may be entertained by how funny, ridiculous, and how stupid it is, but no one, when they're vibing and in the moment, think about it. You know, these people are at Pride Fest doing Lord knows what, doing a lot of kinky things. Do you think they want to see JoJo Siwa hopping around? Well, I'm sure a lot of them do, because a lot of the people out there like little kids, but most of the regular people out there at Pride, they're like, get this girl the hell out of here. But before I go any further, let's go ahead and roll this clip, because it is hilarious and it is well deserved. I mean, I'm clapping. Whoever booed JoJo, you're a real hero. But let's go ahead and roll this clip, and then I'll be right back with more.
The living fuck just booed me. Where the fuck did that come from? Which one of you? Which one of you? Respectfully, fuck you.
She is just trying way too hard. Way too hard, y'all. I mean, I would like to think that I'm somewhat of a good judge of character. At the very least, I can usually sense when someone's being themselves and not themselves. And this girl is not being herself. And this whole, oh, I gotta cuss at people in the crowd, it's another thing that she's doing to try to make herself seem edgy. Like, JoJo Siwa, somewhere in her mind, I guess, maybe, she thinks that stuff like this is working to her advantage. She was better off ignoring the boos, going about your performance, and doing what you do. But she thinks that this adds to her bad girl, edgy image. Who's booing me? Like, what are you going to do, JoJo? Are you going to jump in the crowd and fist fight these people? Do you think that anyone on planet Earth is intimidated by JoJo Siwa? You are a 21-year-old toddler making weird, kinky music, doing kinky performances for 6 and 8-year-olds. You think your crowd is full of grown-ups. They're not. There's a lot of kids in that crowd. And you think that you're intimidating by saying, who the F booed me? Who the F booed me? You're giving people even more reason not to like you. And I can't think of many people who have given the general public so many reasons not to like them lately. Like, damn. It's like JoJo Siwa is actively going out of her way to basically ruin her career, as opposed to the opposite. And I literally cannot grasp, I cannot wrap my mind around who they think that this appeals to. Like, I know that she has certain fans, but who are they really trying to appeal to? Who do they really think likes this stuff? If I was a 21-year-old, I would be so embarrassed to be at a JoJo Siwa concert, watching her roll around, you know, pretending to have sex with backup dancers while in a teddy bear outfit with teddy bears in her hair. It's just so freaking weird to me. It's so weird, but like I keep telling you all, it makes way more sense when you kind of realize what the agenda is here. And the agenda has everything to do with your kids. It has everything to do with the kids who have always been a fan of JoJo, which is why they will not put JoJo out on stage looking like a regular, normal human being. They will not. They will make her look like a Kiss character. They will make her look like a clown. They will make her look like Rainbow Bright. They will make her look like a giant teddy bear. But they won't put her out there as just a regular woman, because they're still trying to appeal to JoJo Siwa's fan base, which is a bunch of little kids. But honestly, I'm usually not this type of person, but I hope we see more of this. I hope more people boo this girl off stage, because a message needs to be sent, And I think it's time to send that message. Because when we get to the point that they're this emboldened, that they can take someone who was just performing for 6-year-olds a couple of weeks ago and throw them on stage where they pretend to have sex with their backup dancers and do all of this weird stuff, that lets you know that they're really bold and they don't care anymore. They don't care what they flaunt and do in front of your kids. They don't care what they expose your kids to. In fact, they are actively going out of their way to try to expose your kids to this stuff. And if anyone in JoJo Siwa's team didn't want all of this wild stuff being exposed to kids, they would have changed her look. But no, they gotta make sure. It doesn't matter how adult-like her content is becoming. They want to make sure that she still looks like this. I keep saying it's like a Barney character. She looks like a child's character. Like they won't put her out there with no costume, no makeup, and no bedazzles. You know what I mean? So it's just all around weird to me. But I know that this is just the tip of the iceberg. Because it's got to get crazier from here. Everything we've seen so far has been forced. This is not really JoJo Siwa wiling out because she's young, wild, and free. Oh my gosh, she's so crazy. No, this is a forced thing that her and her team are doing, trying to give her this edgy look, and it's not working. So maybe JoJo Siwa should just go back to what she was doing. But then again, it's too late for that now as well. So I'm interested in seeing where this goes in the future. Will JoJo Siwa ever be able to shake her old image? Will she ever become someone less cringy? I don't know. But you let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.